So, oh, yeah. Let's get started. The topic about stability of your application, of your enterprise, code style, test, everything is over. And the next topic will be about future, like, because AI nowadays is everywhere, so I decided to talk with you about AI. And not just AI, but AI on device. So it's like long title of the my presentation: on device fine-tune Gemma in your mobile or web application. Yeah, let's discuss this topic a little bit later. But now let's talk about like how it will going. So I'm not a lecturer. You're not a student, probably most of you. So just don't hesitate, like be active, like ask questions during the talk, or like answer my questions. I even have my own dash, one more, specifically for most active people, so to present to them. And I have my own stickers too, so if you wish like stickers with dash or something, yeah, please come afterwards and take. Yeah, a couple of words about myself. My name is Aleksandr Denisov. I'm a Flutter and Dart GD. Do you know what does it mean, GD?
Google Developer Expert.
Yes, exactly. Google Developer Expert is a kind of, I don't know, community of experts and influencers in Google technologies. If you're interested in such community, please ask me about this after my talk. So I'm a Google Developer Expert in Flutter, Dart, and yeah, in Firebase. I just became Firebase GD recently. And I work for EPAM Systems. Yeah, you can see there is our logo. I'm Chief Software Engineer, and I'm a head of EPAM Flutter competency. So I'm responsible for Flutter expertise in EPAM. So if you have questions about Flutter and EPAM, so also you can ask me after. Okay, let's come back to the topic. So, on device fine-tune Gemma in your mobile or web applications. Okay, who knows what Gemma is? 1, 2. Okay, 3, 4. Nice. I hope after my talk it will be more. The amount will increase. Okay, what does it mean on device AI? Who knows? Okay, just the same people, yeah? No, a little bit more. And who knows what does it mean fine-tuned model? Okay, yeah, the same. I will try to explain everything. So let's go step by step and discuss exactly the source. Gemma on device and fine-tune. So let's start with Gemma. Gemma story. And I'll start from a bit further back. Who knows what is this tool? Yes. Okay, and this tool? Okay, nice. Background is good enough. So I expect that you can answer the question, what is AI? If somebody asked me this question like 20 years ago, the first that will come to my mind will be something like this, yeah. But now, yeah, I'm thinking about different things. Okay, and a bit of activity again. Who knows what generative AI is? Me, yeah, I forgot. I'm speaker, I should know, yeah? Good. For people who didn't raise a hand, generative AI, it's a kind of AI that created for generating something. Generative AI, generate, yeah? And usually it's different kinds of content. It can be text, it can be image, it can be video, it can be sounds, even music, but something generated by AI. In comparison with like classical AI that people usually use before generative AI has come. So it was predictive AI and generative AI. The difference is the type of tasks that this AI is solve. For example, predictive AI usually do like regression, classification tasks, forecasting. Yeah, you can read it. And generative AI is, as I mentioned before, it's generating. Like you can ask predictive AI, like upload the image and ask, is it a cat? And yeah, predictive AI answer you like probability of 95% is it cat, and 5% not cat. I don't know, dog. No, I don't know, son. And for generative AI, you can ask, please generate for me image of cat. And so, okay, this is a cat for you, with probability of 95%. Something like this. Yeah. And who is experienced in the development application with AI? Oh, yeah, nice. So it looks like now more people raise hands than when I asked about AI. Yeah.
AI applications or AI development?
AI applications. Yeah. Yeah, me too, yeah. Again. And so if you try to develop something with AI, you probably should know what does mean large language models. Yeah, because most part of generative AI work with a large language model. It's when AI trained on the huge amount of data on texts and works this way. So because it trained based on a lot of tons of text generated by human, so it can analyze the probability of the next word in the sequence. So generative AI is not like smart like people. It's can't like thinking. It's okay. If there is a this word in this sequence, the next word with this probability will be this one. For example, it's raining cats and based on the huge amount of text that it's trained, the probability of the next words of dogs will be 90%, and other words with less probability. So we can try to guess which will be the next word in this sequence, to be or not to be. Yes, exactly. That is the question. So it's wrote by William Shakespeare, but AI model knows this because tons of text that it trained was the Shakespeare text were also there. So, by the way, when I thought about that AI models can generate text, it also can generate poetry. And just like to have some fun, I asked two types of models generate small poetry about Krakow. Let's try to compare who is better poet, ChatGPT or Gemini. Like ChatGPT. I will try to read it. In Krakow streets where legends stay, cobblestones whisper of distant day. What is the Vistula? I don't know. The Vistula flow, it's a river, yeah? The Vistula flows with stories untold of kinds and castles brave and bold. Whales' spires touch the sky as dragon brief lingers night. Through market squares and arches wide, Krakow's charm will never hide. And you see Gemini understand short poem different than ChatGPT. It's a bit longer, yeah. Krakow's heart beats strong and old, a city of legend stories told. Wales castle proud and grand, where kings once ruled this mighty land. Okay, who thinks that ChatGPT is better poet? And who thinks that Gemini is better? And you know, it's usually, so I try to generate this poetry from different topics, and always Gemini is better. Looks like Google has more poetry than database than OpenAI. And if you can train your generate AI model on poetry, you also can train it on code. So, but if you train, code is also text. And the next symbols will be also not like because models understand what code is, just a probability. So if you type 4 where I equals 0, the next will be I less than 10. I have no idea why 10, but it is. Probably, yeah, a lot of people upload code such amount. So if you don't see this meme, so ChatGPT thought, I scanned your GitHub account and stole your code. And yeah, programmer answered, cool, did you get it to work? So don't trust code generated by AI, because AI don't really understand. AI just generate for you the sequence of symbols, and you can use it then. So, I am Google Developer Expert. So that's why I worked with Gemini a lot. And have you tried to work with Gemini? So if you would like to ask something on your model, which tool will you open? ChatGPT or Gemini? Both and compare. Who is better? Yeah, because they generate different answers, and sometimes for some tasks Gemini is better, sometimes ChatGPT is better. It depends on the purpose, of course. So Google realized Gemini in 2023, and it's, I wouldn't say that it's just a model. It's kind of even ecosystem approach. So there is a lot of different models trained by Google, different sizes, different everything. Like it, Gemini Pro, Gemini Nano, for example, the all new devices created by Google after Pixel 8 Pro has already how to say, injected AI model in device. You buy device and there will be a model already. But yeah, my Pixel is not Pro, so I wasn't able to try Gemini Nano. That's why I started to play with Gemma. Gemma is a model that was created using the same approach as Gemini, but with a little bit different purpose. So it's an open model. So if Gemini is closed and you don't have opportunity to like take Gemini, retrain it, do something additional, no, it's closed. But Gemma is open model. It's kind of open source with AI. You can take model, you can tune it, retrain, upload, like even add your own license for your model and so on. Uses Gemma as a base for your own purposes. And so that's why these two approaches, two directions for AI development, Gemini and Gemma, can exist together. It's like we can, so there is Android and there is Chrome OS, two operation systems created by Google, but for different purposes. Like Android can do much more than Chrome OS. So Gemma also not such powerful as Gemini, but it can be your own model and you can play with it. So there is a slide that I stole from Google. Yeah, it's a key Gemma goals. So there are a lot of different variants of Gemma already created, and you can create your own and publish it. It's there is a safety by design and responsibility by design. So, and a big community, and so on. Where can you get Gemma? There are the free options, for example. Have you tried to work with Kaggle, Hugging Face, or Vertex AI? Yeah, so Vertex AI, it's a like framework in Google Cloud for playing with different kind of models. So you can work with Gemma in Vertex AI too. And Kaggle and Hugging Face is a tool specifically for AI, but not created by Google. So the simplest way to try Gemma is go to your Google Cloud account, open Vertex AI, open the model garden, find Gemma, and deploy it to your cloud account. Be careful, it's not for free. When you deploy it and open endpoint of this, it's start to use your money. Once I deployed it and forgot to close endpoint for a few days, and then got, oh, your money is over. Yeah, be careful with it. But it's a cloud Gemma. But one of the biggest benefits of Gemma that you can download it and use it locally without any cloud. So even on your laptop or your mobile phone. But yeah, few slides about Vertex AI. This is just examples how to work it. You can, without deploying, you can open this test tool to write your prompt and check results and so on. But if you want to download it, you should go to another product. You can open Kaggle, for example, and download your Gemma to your device. There's a different types of Gemma, 2 billion and 7 billion parameters. They're different by size, of course. 7 billion parameters is more than 2 billion parameters, but 7 billion parameter Gemma is more powerful, of course. Size of 2 billion is about 1.5 gigabytes. 7 billion, I don't exactly remember, about 5 gigabytes. So it means that you can download it and then upload to your device and work without like privacy concerns, without internet connection. You don't need anything because model is already on your device. So before, if you would like to work with AI on your device, you could use, for example, TensorFlow Lite. Please raise your hand if you have experience with TensorFlow Lite. Yeah, it's just a framework that give you opportunity to work with different types of AI, not exactly with Gemma, of course. You can like work with any kind of AI, but it's a complicated framework, so not for like starting write few rows of code and everything will be fine. You should learn how to work with it. So Google created one more framework on top of TensorFlow Lite with name Mediapipe. Mediapipe is much more simple, and it's kind of solution that work with AI models, even for creating pipelines. It's for several AI models in a row. And it supports Gemma. And it already has a SDK for iOS, Android, and web. We had the Flutter meetup. Yeah, you see there is no Flutter. They created only for native developers. Is there any native developers in the room?
Yes.
Wow, why is it so far from me? Okay. You can use Mediapipe without any like additional research, because Mediapipe already has SDK for you. So, as I mentioned, what can we do with Gemma on device? We can do text generation, text rewriting, like summarization, everything that you can do with ChatGPT or Gemini, but only text to text. You can't like upload image or video or ask to generate for me something like image, but it's also can write poetry or code because it's text to text. So before you launch it on your device, you can like check is it enough, is it powerful enough for your purposes? Because Mediapipe provides even on Mediapipe Studio, in which you can test your idea, just how it's good enough for you. And then if it's good, or like you can test if Gemma 2 billion is okay or not. After testing, you should go to Kaggle and download the models you wish. As you can see, there is a lot of options, different versions of Gemma. You can download version Gemma 1.0, Gemma 1.1, and different amount of parameters for different type of CPU. It can be CPU Gemma or GPU Gemma. So GPU Gemma is faster and powerful, but your device should support GPU, should have GPU. Yeah, because if there is no GPU model won't work. Or, for example, Gemma Mediapipe on web supports only GPU model because it works with or CPU. Yeah, it works with WebGL and works only with GPU model. So choose TensorFlow Lite, download model, and press download. After you download it, you have to upload it to your device. For Android, you can use ADB shell, manually use ADB command and upload it. After, you can initiate it and work. So there is a few amount of parameters that you can use with Gemma. Max amount of tokens. Yes, first is model path, where your model will be in your device. Max amount of tokens, you can limit your generated output. Because, for example, if you would like to implement chat with your AI and not limit the amount of tokens, it can be like you ask small questions and model can you answer like 1,000 of tokens. It will be not like a chat. You can limit it for 100. Only one way to like limit generation of text generated by Gemma. So also top K. Who knows what top K is? The number of tokens the model considers each step of generation. So all of these parameters, it's how to play with output generated by your model. So if you don't play with this parameter, your answer of model can be the same every time. The most important thing is temperature. Temperature is a characteristic in which you provide the level of creativity of your AI model. So if temperature is 0, so model is to take always the next symbol, the next word is the highest probability. So if probability is highest, it will be the same word every time. And generated text will be the same every time. So usually you don't need such approach, and you can play with temperature, change it. The one is the highest creativity of model. You can set up your model during initiation and then play with it. So for Android, it's a really simple thing. You configure it, and then generate response or generate asynchronous response. The difference is you are getting the full answer or word by word to make it like animated, for example. iOS is the same. It's specifically for native developers there. But we are Flutter developers. So finally we are here. Came to the Flutter part. When I started to play with Gemma, I said, okay, probably someone already implemented plugin for Gemma, and started to look for and found Gemma version 001. And there is a code. It's all code that's there. Okay, looks like the plugin is not very useful. So I created my own. Now it's version 0.31. I published this version 2 days morning. Basically, do the same as implemented by Google Mediapipe SDK. So you can manually upload your model to Android, to iOS. In case of web, more simple, you just put it to web folder, and then use get response or get response async. So get full answer or word by word. So it looks like this example that I attached to my plugin. You can ask something and Gemma answer. Hello, my name is Sasha, and yeah, I'm writing to you today to ask you a question about topic. So, yeah. But it's not really convenient to upload model every time manually. So Mediapipe don't give such opportunity, and I decided to add it to the plugin. Even a lot of people asked me about it. So in the version 0.3, I added opportunity to load model from assets and load model from network. And load model from assets works only in debug mode, because if you add model to assets, try to guess which size of IPK will you get. So it will be a little bit complicated to publish it to store after. But just to play with it, is it okay? And yeah, for production mode, you can upload your model somewhere, I don't know, in cloud, Firebase, and download it once. So it will be on your device, and then it will works from your device. So there is like property is loaded, you can check. If model already loaded, you don't need to download. During the implementation of this approach, I found a fun fact. I knew about it, but now I understood how it's not good. So if you use a root bundle load from your assets, Flutter goes this way. Take everything, put it to memory, and then put it back to file system. So with such size like Gemma model, it's impossible. Your application just breaking, because the size of model is too big to put it to memory of device. So I created one more plugin for this. It's a large file handler. No, I hope it will be useful for people who will play with models afterwards. So it's just a small plugin on top of native functionality with file system. Without putting anything to memory, it can move files from assets to somewhere on your device, or download directly without memory directly to your file system from cloud. Okay. The next, fine-tune Gemma. Back to this question, fine-tuning, what is this? There is an answer. Fine-tuning is a process of tuning your model for your specific purpose. If you have already pre-trained big model, but you need to concentrate on specific topic, you can add to this model additional training with specific direction. And your model will be much more good in this direction. So on this scheme, you can see how it looks like. You have base large language model trained on generic data. In our case, is Gemma. And you have small amount of data for fine-tuning. So you fine-tune your model, and on output you have fine-tuned model that prepared specifically for your purposes. And there is a specific approach for this fine-tuning. It names low-rank adaptation, or LoRA. So the base pre-trained model. So there's a lot of mathematics there. If you're a mathematician, yeah, you can check how it works. But in general, the freezing the weights of a main model and retrain on small like deltas of additional data in your fine-tuning data. So I just uploaded definition of LoRA to ChatGPT, and so it's like freezed weights of big large language model and small data for fine-tuning. If you would like to try with this, there is a lot of tools that give you such opportunity, and the main of these tools is Keras. It's a tool for simplifying work with AI models. And you can just upload your additional fine-tuning. For example, it can be like Google Sheet with data, or like Excel table, and you can add it and add this additional data to general Gemma model. In Google Colab, there is specific Colab that you can use it, and step by step go with Gemma and retrain it with data with medicine. There is a link. You can go to this link and check. And the most important thing here that you don't need to prepare a different model every time. You can upload only base model, and then additionally upload a small amount of data to fine-tune it. And Mediapipe framework give you opportunity to use both of them, base model and fine-tuned data, directly on your device. You can, in this case, you can use the same model for different applications, for example, or different directions. This Gemma for medical data, this is for programming, this is for, I don't know, specific project. Yeah, in Mediapipe there is a set LoRa path, and there is a path to additional fine-tuned data. Unfortunately, I didn't add it to Flutter plugin yet, but maybe next week or in 2 weeks, we'll see. And the last but not least is not the end of Gemma stories. Gemma has not only this Gemma 1 that I demonstrated to you. Google started to work with Gemma in different directions and created, for example, Code Gemma. It's already pre-trained model for work with code, and you can fine-tune this Code Gemma for, I don't know, your project or something else, and to use it. There is a recurrent Gemma. It's a Gemma prepared with a little bit different approach, and there is a graph that show you that it's much more accurate and powerful than usual Gemma, but a little bit bigger. Polygemma is the Gemma that not only text to text. Pilot Gemma works with images too. It can analyze. It can't generate images, but it can analyze images. You can upload image to Pilot Gemma, and Gemma will recognize it. And Gemma 2. So 9 billions and 27 billions parameters. So Gemma 2 is much more powerful than Gemma 1, but it has one one concern from mobile perspective. Yeah, to upload it to device, it doesn't work. It's too big for a mobile device. It's fine for laptops or small desktops, but mobile doesn't work with Gemma 2. And if you want to play with examples, I prepared a small example. I name it GenAI Fireside Chat. Have you watched this cartoon? Gemini, ChatGPT, Gemma, another Gemma sitting around fireside and talk with each other without human interaction. Sometimes it's really fun. So this simple interface, and because it's Flutter, it works on any device, and iOS, Android, and web. So as a human, you should only add the first question, and then the AI model start to talk between each other without you. Sometimes result is really fun. Sometimes they starting unlimited loop of like, oh, you are the best opponent. No, you are the best. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. And yeah, but sometimes it's I demonstrated in Barcelona, and audience asked me, ask models who is better, Real Madrid or Barcelona. And by reason, ChatGPT told that Real Madrid is like more famous by statistic and so on. And the Gemini answered, no, it's you can't go this way because. And so people told me, no, not ChatGPT anymore. We use only Gemini since this date. Yeah. And of course, in this example, you can see that Gemma, without fine-tuning, is not such powerful as a Gemini and ChatGPT. Sometimes the answer of Gemma not good enough. But the main benefits of Gemma is that it's open model. You can take it and fine-tune it for you for your specific purposes. And without any privacy concern. For example, if yourself or I don't know your customer, no, we can't use like Gemini because I don't want to upload my data to Google. So in case you have your model on your device, you don't need to upload your data to anywhere. It's everything just here. Yeah, by the way, here, this example already installed. If you wish, you can play after my talk. I can start this small application. You can try to ask Gemma something and check what it will answer to you. Maybe with the iPhone it doesn't work this way because it's debug version. So a debug version on iPhone doesn't work without connection to Xcode. So probably that's it, what I wanted to say today. There is a thank you screen with my contacts. Yeah, if you will have questions, if you try this plugin and you will have proposals or something, yeah, don't hesitate, just contact me. So, thank you very much. Questions maybe, if you already have.
Hi, I got a question about the performance of Gemma. Like, does it require the newer devices that pretty much are designed to work with AI? Or can we use also the older phones?
So it works with older phones. No, it's not very older, but it's not really powerful. So it's a Pixel 8, and it works really fine. But I have only 2 devices. Probably it will be nice idea to check on mobile farm somewhere and check this performance. But yeah, it's much less power consumed in comparison with Gemini Nano. And so it can use GPU and it can use CPU. So even if your device don't have GPU, it will work slowly, but work. And yeah, but I didn't try to use it on the really like low-end device.
Sure. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so thank you for your presentation. So I have the question like, what could be some use cases to use this Gemma AI on the device? And another question is like good example to use it for chat support. So I mean, we are using the human to answer to people, but then we have some knowledge in this chat and we can, I don't know, train this Gemma model and use it. Yeah, so if it's like good example and if you know like some other use cases.
Yeah, probably it's the best example you already mentioned. The nice thing that you can like fine tune it for specific topics. If you, as I mentioned before, for example, this like medicine thing, like medical data, you have. For example, a lot of data, not public data, because there is sensitive data about like your people in your hospital, and you can add all this data to your local devices, and your model will know about exact people, about their disease and so on, and probably help you in chat, but without upload the sensitive data to somewhere.
So is it like just simple to put some text into this Gemma model and that's it, or you have to like customize this data to, you know?
You need just to have a table with data.
Okay, and that's it, and
that's
model understand it.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
So as I mentioned, to fine tune it, you need to have a table with structured data. And add this data, and the model recognize it and add it to there.
Hello. So I want to ask if mobile phone is enough to give us a good answer for our question, or should we use something a little bit bigger?
It doesn't matter what you have. I mean, it's just a model. If it's small enough to be used on the mobile phone, for example, Gemma 2 billion. If Gemma 2B is enough to your questions, its mobile phone is enough. If Gemma 2B is not enough, so probably you should use cloud or laptop or something a bit more powerful.
Thanks for informative and funny presentation. My question is about battery usage. Like, have you seen, does it significantly like use the battery life? That's first question. And second question is about what's the maximum like token limit this Gemma has for input?
Yeah, that's a good question. Of course, it's power consuming. And depends on model, because a different model, like GPU model, consume more energy, CPU less energy, but it's faster and so on. I didn't have like numbers because it was not a purpose, but it's easy to use benchmark and like, yeah, of course, there is no magic. Yeah, without power consuming, it won't work. But so, of course, Flutter also like power consuming. Yeah, no, and native application also, but it depends how much will you use it. So. Let's wait. Next generation of devices will have maybe more more battery, yeah, because like Google started to produce devices for Gemini Nano, so there is a AI model by default, so they should think about work. And of course this development is going further and further, so models also has new generations that should be less power consuming. About max amount of tokens, as I remember, it's 4,000.
Okay, thanks.
And one more thing, there is a already pre-trained model that's specifically pre-trained for chat purposes that keep this the history of chat by default. So for generic topic, you don't need to fine-tune it to use it for chatting by default. But if you wish, you can retrain this base model. So there is two types of model. Model prepared for fine-tuning and model prepared for using from scratch.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm wondering, where is this Gemma stored? Because if it's stored within the app folder and someone would like to clean some space because he's running out of space on the device, I guess that once someone would find that our app takes few gigabytes, then it would be the first app to delete because it takes so much space. So I'm wondering whether it's stored in app folder. And then the second question, is it possible to somehow allow the user to remove just the Gemma without removing the full app?
Yes, this is a really good question. So in case of Android, you can, okay, like step by step. If we're talking about using of Mediapipe SDK without Flutter plugin, in case of Android, you can upload in any place you have access. You can upload it to public directory, to document directory of your application, whatever, as you wish. In case of iOS, you have not such big freedom. You can upload it only your application directory. If you use Flutter plugin, I removed such freedom for Android, so it's only automatically upload the model to documents directory. And yeah, of course, you can remove only model using SDK. For example, you can at the button remove the model and then upload it again. So just is loaded property in case of Flutter plugin will be false if a model will be removed. And yeah, in case of Android, if the public directory, user will be able to remove it because it's public. And in your application, after start, it told you, oh, model is not there. And in case of iOS, you can, in debug mode, you can connect it to your laptop and manually play with this model. In production mode, you can restrict such thing, and people will be able to delete it only together with application. It's just a file. It's you can work with it as with any file that you need for your mobile application.
Okay. Have you already used it in the production app? And if so, do you ask user whether he wants to download it, or you just download it in the background and hopefully the user will not remove it?
No, I have no production application yet, but when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about such approach. You can have a model in cloud too, and you can propose to user how to work locally or from cloud. So in case of cloud, it will people will need internet connection and so on. And if people would like to work without internet connection with anything, so they should understand that it will take space.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. Do you know whether it's possible to fine-tune Gemma on locally on the consumer level GPUs, or should you use something more powerful?
It's a really, really good question. Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's the next step on my investigation. No, I haven't tried it yet, but it's the next step in my plan after connecting LoRa. So after I connect LoRa to my plugin, so I will try to add opportunity to train it on device. I'm not sure that Mediapipe gives such opportunity, but in this case, probably I will need to step down to TensorFlow Lite and to check if TensorFlow Lite gives us such opportunity. But yeah, I have a plan to investigate this, because it will be really nice. Things that absolutely so not any privacy concern at all. You can you could retrain your model directly on devices and without uploading to somewhere. But I have no answer yet. I will try.
Okay, thanks.
So, if no more question, so thank you very much.